Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're building the best possible team for 500,000 MT or less in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. And I will let y'all know just at the very beginning of this video, this team, no lie, costs exactly 500,000 MT to build based on the prices that I pulled off of Xbox just now when I'm recording this video. This video is being recorded the night before the video actually goes out, so it's possible prices have changed just a tiny bit from when I record this video. But as I record this video, this team literally comes out to exactly 500,000 MT, which is kind of nuts. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's start off with the starting BG position, where you have arguably the best point guard in the game on current gen, which is power within Cade Cunningham. And the fact that you can pick up a guy like this, who is truly very, very possibly the best point guard in the game, is absolutely incredible. 17 hops, 6'8". Hops, it's only 3 out of 5 spots outside the 3-point line, but really great shooting, playmaking. Hops, which is super nice. The one thing that this card does not have is incredible defense. Defensive stats are pretty mediocre, but he is 6'8" at the point guard position with a 7'1" wingspan. Only needs a few badges added, which are like brick wall, post lockdown, rim protector. So he comes pretty darn complete as a base card. 85 driving dunk, good speed, really good shooter. Again, elite size at PG, shifty dribble style is super nice. Pro 3 behind the back, which is the best full court dribble sig in the game. Jump shot 80 on quick is super smooth and easy to green. He is, in my personal opinion, still the best point guard on current gen. Even if you don't think he's the best, he's without a doubt top 2. So at least on current gen specifically. On next gen, you could say he's maybe top 2 or 3, but either way, really elite point guard option. Costs about 76,000 MT, and he is an elite option at that PG position. At the 2, we have RJ Barrett, and he's been on all 3 of these teams that I've made the last few days: 100k squad, 250k squad, and now 500k squad. And all of these teams, I mean, he deserves to be on all of them because he's an absolutely incredible card. 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan, so he's got decent size at the 2. Hot spots from 4 out of 5 spots. 12 hops include post drives or catch, the most takeoff. Great playmaking badges like handles, quick chain, quick first step, clamps, interceptor as well. Really great perimeter defender and really solid on the interior. Another card who comes pretty complete besides just a couple badges like chef, rim protector, brick wall. 95 driving dunk, 94 shot 3, really fast. Again, has those elite playmaking badges as well, so he can be your primary ball handler. Rudy Gay base on quick is one of the best jumpers in the game. Has the quick dribble style, which is the best dribble style in the game. The Pro 3 behind the back, the best full court sig in the game. So he's got the handling, the playmaking, the shooting, all those things to be an elite offensive card, and he's a really great defender as well. Just a really good all-around card. RJ Barrett comes in at about 17,000 MT, which is an absolute steal for a card like him. At the small forward position, we have Rudy Gay, who I do believe is one of the best small forwards in the game. And I actually put the wrong Rudy Gay in this team. It's not the signed one, it's the unsigned one, because the unsigned one's a bit cheaper. Not a significant difference between the two, though, to be completely fair. I think the only difference is Hall of Fame corner specialist, which I don't honestly think is a very crucial badge at all. But 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, hot stops in 3 out of 5 spots. 18 hops include finishing badges, catch and shoot, quick first step, clamps, interceptor, pogo stick. Really solid defensive stats. He plays defense better than stats would say, though. He is also, I mean, plain and simple, he's taller than 6'8". He's listed at 6'8", but his player build is so much bigger than 6'8". He looks 6'9", 6'10". Really fast as well. 91 shot 3. He's elite on defense, better than his badges and stats would say he is, and he's already has good badges and stats. Rudy Gay released on quick, like I said. One of the best releases in the game. He has the quick dribble style, which makes him that great tertiary playmaker at the 3 as well. So he can go get himself a bucket, pip him behind the back again. So he's got that elite full court sig as well, which is valuable to have. Overall, he's just an incredible two-way card. One of the best small forwards in the game. Still on my God squad, and definitely deserves to be on the squad, even for the somewhat hefty price of 60,000 MT. At the starting 4, we got Danny Ferry, who's one of 2 very expensive cards on this team. Ferry is about 100,000 MT flat. But he's 6'10" with a 7'5" wingspan, so he's got really good size at the 4. Hot spots from all 5 spots outside the 3. 12 hops include basically all crucial ones like post drives or catch and shoot, deadeye, limitless, sniper, quick first step, clamps, interceptor, and intimidator. Really good defender. He's got pretty darn complete badges besides maybe ball stripper, hustler, but again, not crucial badges needed to be added to him at all. He's an elite shooter, elite dunker, really good defender, good speed, quick dribble style as well. Even though the rest of his dribble sigs aren't great, he still has that elite dribble style, so he can go get a bucket. Jump shot 98 with Rudy Gay upper on quick is one of the smoothest and quickest and easiest to green releases again. So he's got an elite release. He's a really great well-rounded card in terms of slashing, shooting, playmaking, defense, all those things. Just another card who, honestly, similarly to Rudy Gay, is kind of a do-it-all option at the 4. Has great size as well. He's 100,000 MT. I think he's worth every penny. And then at the center position, we have D-Rob. I am going with the signed D-Rob, which again, you can get at right about 100,000 MT. basically the same as Danny Ferry. You can get these cards for right at that 100,000 MT mark, and they are both worth picking up for this team. 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, hotspots from both corners. 19 hops include post, drop stepper, post spin technician, catch, corner, downhill, post playmaker, quick first step, and then everything else is defensive badges. The reason that we go with the signed D-Rob but not the unsigned one, who is maybe just that tiny bit cheaper, is because the signed one does have Hall of Fame quick first step, which is a nice badge to have. 91 speed and excel as well, which is incredible for a center. 91 shot 3. Overall 90 plus stats on almost everything. He's an elite interior defender, really good rebounder, has elite size at the center position at 7'1". D-Rob release on quick is one of the best big man releases in the game, my personal opinion, off the pick and pop. As a catch and shoot release, it's absolutely phenomenal. He's not going to have movement, but who needs movement when you can be an elite pick and pop guy, an elite masher, elite defender on both the perimeter and the interior. One of the best centers in the game. He's right around the 100,000 MT mark, like I said, 100% worth that price. One thing I will say, this starting lineup costs you 353,000 MT when I add all these players up to build. That is a very expensive starting lineup and doesn't give you quite as much to work with at the bench, but definitely gives you enough to work with and an elite starting lineup that can literally compete with any starting lineup in the game. But off the bench, we're starting it with Magic Johnson, who, again, very, very good point guard option. 6'9", which is great, super valuable to have that size and a really good player build. All 19 hops include good finishing badges, catch and shoot, great playmaking badges, and rebound chaser. He's a really solid defender too, plays better than the badges would say he does, good stats as well. Great rebounder at the PG position, which is nice. Playmaking is good. I wish he had quicker shifty. If he had quicker shifty, he'd be one of the best point guards in the game. With fundamental, he's not quite to that top tier of PG, and his release is a tiny bit slow even on quick timing, but he will knock down the open three. He's a decent playmaker, can be your secondary ball handler, and has the defensive versatility at 6'9" to be a really, really good point guard option. Pretty good at everything. He doesn't have any really flaws, not an elite shooter or playmaker at the point guard position, so that does hold him back just a little bit, but the fact that he has the size at 6'9" and the really good player build is huge. Very, very valuable attribute there. He's 34,000 MT, and I think he's worth the price for this squad. Cam Reddish is the guy we have at the 2. It's the same 1 and 2 as we had yesterday in the 250K squad. RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish are your starting shooting guard and backup shooting guard because they're absolutely elite budget cards. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. Hotspots from 4 out of 5 spots. 12 hops include post riser, catch and shoot, quick first step, and great defensive badges like clamps, interceptor, pick dodger, pogo stick, ball stripper. Elite perimeter defender, decent on the interior as well. Not great, which was a little higher, but it is still okay, especially at 6'8". 94 speed and excel, 90 shot 3, 95 driving dunk. He's got a really good release, PG release on quick, shifty dribble style, Kobe size up, which is the best size up in the game. So he's got the half court 6 worked out as well. Overall, he's just another really good guy. Can be your secondary or tertiary ball handler at the 3, catch and shoot at at the 2. Can even be a primary ball handler of sorts at the 2. Catch and shoot at a high level. Create his own shot. Just really versatile, great perimeter defender. He's got great size at the 2 as well. Really, really good card. He's 14,000 team. That's just an absolute steal for a card as good as Cam Reddish. At the 3, we have Scottie Pippen, who again, I think is one of the best 3s in the game. He's got the size to compete on the interior. He's one of the best defensive cards in the game, period. 6'8" as well. Defensive stats are amazing, especially on the perimeter. Defensive badges, exact same thing. Hop kick first step, catch and shoot, corner specialist, sniper, and posterizer as well outside of those defensive badges. Only needs a couple badges like blinders, chef, brick wall added to him. He can play make. He's got a 90 driving dunk, 92 shot 3, really fast. His jumper may not be the fastest jumper in the world, but it's very smooth, very easy to green, and definitely not slow. Quick dribble style, Kobe size up the pro 3 behind the back. He's got the half court and full court 6 to create his own shot as well, so he can be that secondary ball handler for your bench. Just an elite all-around card. Scottie Pippen is still one of the best small forwards or even shooting guards in the game, but for this team, we have him at small forward, and he costs about 60,000 MT. At the backup 4, we have a card I've talked about a lot on this channel, which is Galaxy Opal Thurl Bailey, but when you have a Galaxy Opal who plays a lot like Giannis for 20,000 MT, that is just incredible value. 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan. As an Evo card, can't get any badges added, so that means no Deadeye, no Limitless, no blinders, no quick chain, no worm. Just there's a few badges you can't add to him that would be nice to potentially have, but he does still come pretty solidly complete without them. 90 speed and excel, really well-rounded, balanced defense. 95 driving dunk. He's a good shooter. He's got good speed. Jumper is nice even on normal timing. Jump shot 22 is really smooth and easy to green, even with a little bit of a weird upper as well. His movement isn't great, but he can guard 1 through 5. He's versatile defensively. He's a great slasher offensively, catch and shoot at a high level with a smooth release. 20,000 MT, you're just not going to find a better option at that power forward position. Then finally, at the backup center, we have Kristaps, another card I've talked about a lot as that elite budget center option. Statistically, especially defensively, KP doesn't jump off the page. He's not crazy fast. Defensive stats are really mediocre, but he is an elite shooter with elite shooting badges, decent interior, especially with that 7'3" height and 7'6" wingspan. And the height also is huge defensively because it makes up for the slight shortcomings in terms of his stats and badges. Also doesn't get clamps, chase down artist, quick first step, ball stripper. Wish he would get those badges. Without him though, he's still elite, especially because of his height. That's the biggest thing. It helps him out a ton defensively, makes his jumper very hard to contest on the offensive end as well, especially with how smooth and easy to green the Brook Lopez base is. Fundamental dribble style is nice, not very useful though on a center, especially one with like KP who doesn't have quick first step. But that being said, KP is still that elite pick and pop big on the offensive end of the court, has the height to be an elite masher, and the height helps him out a lot on the defensive end of the court. And when you can get him for 19,000 MT, I think he's 100% worth that value. So as I said, for the first time in me ever making these videos, this team came out to exactly the target goal for the amount of MT that we're using on this team, which is exactly 500,000 MT, which is kind of absurd. But yeah, this is an elite team. I really do think you could take this team right here and put it up against literally any team in the game. And if you are a better player than your opponent, you are going to beat your opponent, because I think this team can compete across the board at every position, has elite options as your starters and even your backups. Really, really good squad. And it's the type of squad that I think you can have a ridiculous amount of success with for a reasonable amount of MT. So hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully it did help you out if you're looking for guys to fill holes in certain positions. If so, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace. If you need cheap, safe, and reliable MT to build the God Squad that you've always wanted, go to NBA2King.com and use code JC2K at checkout for 5% off.